Morning, everyone. Before I start, just need a little crowd participation. Just need you all to repeat after me. You don't have to, you don't want to, but I would like for you all to. I want you to point to yourself and say, I am somebody. And it takes everyone to make a difference. I am somebody. Okay, so as you all know, my name is Wanya Smith. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm a junior at the Tennessee State University in Nashville. And I'm grateful for the chance to tell everyone about what it takes for someone to be successful or someone to reach the goals that they have set, because it does take everyone. And specifically in my PowerPoint presentation today, I'm going to talk about how it took my teachers, my family, and my friends to get me to where I am today. Before I start again, I want to thank the Memphis-Shelby County delegation for even having me to come up here and to get a chance to tell my story and everything. So, that was me. That was me at 9 months with a big head. So, but growing up, well, from that point right there, my mother told me that it was already said that I wasn't going to be anything or I wasn't going to do anything in life. Just from that picture right there, I see the future right there. To me, that's the future right there. I got a big smile on my face, so you can tell that I was a happy child. And that's a point that I want to make. Children are genuinely happy. They're taught anger, they're taught hate, they're taught violence. They start off happy. This is where I grew up. Memphis, Tennessee. As you can see, it's generally red, and the red is like for the most crime. So I endured I witnessed a lot of crime in my city, from elementary school, middle school, all the way up to high school. And I thought to myself, my 8th grade year, after I almost experienced, a close call to death, because I wasn't gang related, but I hung with the gang people. So it was kind of like I was affiliated, basically. So after almost getting killed at a shootout after a party, I decided that, I got to change. I got to make a difference. I got to make sure my brother and people after me don't end up going through the same thing that I almost went through. These are the statistics that were said to me, or that were brought to me my 8th grade year before I made that change. This also helped. They said I wasn't going to graduate, that I'll be in jail before I finish high school. If I finish high school, I wasn't going to go to college. I was not going to be successful whatsoever. It takes a village to raise a child, and you all are a part of that village. I'm a part of that village, even though I'm still young. So I have to make sure I'm doing what it takes to help people after me and the children after me. It takes the teachers. This is my high school, Fraser High School in Fraser, which is the north part of Memphis, one of the toughest high schools in Memphis. This school has so much negative publicity on it that you would not want to send your kids there whatsoever. They closed it down. They turned it into an ASD school. The government took it over. That's how bad the school perceived to be. This is my 9th grade year, my first year at Fraser High School. And the lady standing beside me is Miss Ashley Jackson. She was my leadership coach at Fraser High School. And that was the first person I encountered that helped me make that change over to being a leader in my community and in my household and just in the school. She helped me get through a lot of things through high school. She kept me away from the gangs, kept me away from the bad kids, or whatever you want to call it. But this was my graduation day. She was with me every step of the way. As you can see, she was about to cry in this picture because she couldn't believe that this little 9th grader became a 12th grader so quick and so fast, and I developed so fast because of her. She helped me get to where I am today. And that's another thing that I want to really hit on. It takes the teachers. We're with those teachers 8 hours out of a day, 5 days a week, 180 days out of the school year. So we're around them a lot. What they do can really influence us and really change us. So teachers are very important. Freshman year of college, she was still with me, still holding my hand, still telling me everything is going to be okay. My sophomore year, she was still with me, telling me it's okay. I didn't have the funds that I needed to get to school before I got there, but through dedication and hard work, she helped me. She continued to push me forward, and I love her for that. It takes family. Family is one of the key factors of developing a child's mind. These are the people we're with every day out of the year, 365 days. This is my nephew. He is 1 year and 8 months. My sister had him in October, and I didn't get to see him because I was still in school at Tennessee State. So when I got home, I finally got to hold him, and I told my sister, even though this is your child, this is my son. She didn't quite understand where I was going with it, but I told her because it's she didn't quite understand what I was saying. Then I had to explain to her that she's not with the father, so I know what it's like to grow up without a father. So I wanted to make sure I was that father figure for him. So that's the reason why I said what I said. So I just look after him. Try to teach him right from wrong while he's still young. That way, when he grows up, he'll have someone to look up to, someone to model after. Because if no one's there for him, he's gonna fall. He's going to fall by the wayside, and he's going to be a part of those statistics that I showed you all earlier. And that's what I don't want to happen. So he continues to be the motivation for me to do whatever it is I need to do to make sure children like him don't end up how I've seen children end up. It's just me and him. I called myself teaching him how to drive that day, even though his steering wheel. His mama said I was moving too fast, but I was like, he got to learn one day, so. This is my baby brother. He's only 1 year under me. But like I said, he grew up without his father as well. So he instantly looked up to me because I was the only male that was, in his life. So he is currently a junior at what used to be Fraser High School, but what is now Martin Luther King Preparatory Academy. So he's one of those key people that keeps me motivated. He just called me right before I came up here. He was like, good luck. I look up to you, and for Father's Day, he almost made me cry. He told me Happy Father's Day because I was always there for him. I got him everything he needed. I got him everything he needed, everything he wanted. I made sure he didn't want for nothing. I would give my last for my younger brother. I have 10 siblings, but that is the closest one to me. So he really just helped me stay focused in school. When I thought about giving up, I was like, I can't because I got to make sure he gets to where I am. It takes friends. So my freshman year of college, Nashville is only 2 hours or so away from Memphis. So I didn't really have too many people to come along with me because the graduation rate for my school wasn't so high. So I had to make new friends. Luckily, I found other people from Memphis that went to other schools. This is Moesha Overstreet. She is she's a member of my dance team that I started once I got to Tennessee State University to bring people together so they could have activities to do other than, finding bad things to do. But she was a victim to some stuff that was bad, basically. I don't want to say exactly what it was, but she came to me my freshman year. She opened up to me, and I told her, I help you get through anything or everything, and I barely even knew her. I just knew we were from the same city and we knew the same people. But yeah, she opened up to me, and I told her I'd help her get along the way. And ever since then, we're best friends to this day. And whenever she has a problem, she'll come to me. Whenever I have a problem, I come to her. And she influenced me to get into programs where I can help other children that go through the same thing she went through. These are just pictures of us. This was actually a Christmas party. We dressed alike, but it wasn't on purpose. So I thought, great minds think alike. We just so happened to dress alike. But it also takes you as in you out there, and me as well. So these are the things that I jotted down earlier because I asked myself, what am I doing? Am I doing what I need to do to make sure the people after me, or even the people that look up to me that are older than me, are doing what they're supposed to do to make sure our youth continues to progress well? This is one of the camps that I do every year since my 9th grade year, so it's my 6th year. My freshman year, I was a participant, but since then, I've gone back as a staff member. It's called the Tennessee Teen Institute. It's basically a drug prevention camp and a violence prevention camp that we do every year. It's at different schools all across Tennessee. So this year it was at UT Martin, but the year before it was at Austin Peay. So what we do is we get up to 700 kids from all across the state and just tell them about what drugs can do to you, how violence can affect, your children or your peers and people that are surrounding you. So that's what we do at the camp. And here's some other things. It says, I can't really see it. Making good decisions leads to a positive future. And I actually helped them write that part because making decisions does lead to a positive future. You make positive decisions, then of course your futures will be positive. But if you make poor decisions, of course your future will be poor. And this is the organization that I'm currently in at Tennessee State University called Black Incorporated. Black Incorporated stands for Brotherhood, Love, Achievement, Culture, and Knowledge. And what we do with this organization is we catch the freshmen that are coming into college to let them know, hey, this is what you should do and this is what you should not do as a male, because the odds were already against you before you even got here. So you got past one milestone by getting here. So now we're going to give you what it takes to get out of here, because we don't want you to stay here. We don't want you to just think, okay, I'm just going to be here, graduate, and then not do anything else. Once you leave here, you still have a job to do. That is what we teach in our organization at Tennessee State. This was my induction night when I got inducted into the program. I have 18 brothers that are on the same generation line with me. I got close to these brothers, and we all had one common goal, and it was to teach other men about the things that we've learned and the things that we've endured in our past. Because everyone has a past, and everyone's story deserves to be told. Because my story can influence other people. It could even influence somebody here today to want to, stand up and lead and be a great leader for the people that are behind them. It's my induction night. These two people in the picture are the closest brothers that I had because they come from the same city, the same area that I was in, and we endured a lot of the same things. The last thing it says is it takes everyone to make a difference. So again, I'm going to do the chant. Y'all can do it with me. Just repeat after me. I am somebody. And it takes everyone to make a difference. Thank you.